sign for air, sun, and rising. Air, sun, moon, and rising for Libra energy. We're in a Libra full moon cusp that happened last Sunday. I don't know how impactful that was for you, but for me, I had a meltdown. My son went overseas. He went to Thailand, and it really broke my heart. It really scared the crap out of me because I was having visions of a bomb and him being in hospital because it's the third world country. I was really worried about him. But anywho, what I'm seeing you at the moment, air sign, Libra, Aquarian, Gemini, is you've got a wish fulfilled. So someone's giving you a wish fulfilled. Dreams coming true, a magical time of life. You have to write down what you want to get your wishes to come true. Write it on a piece of white paper, put it under moonlight. The full moon would have been good on Sunday. We're still coming out of the full moon, so you've still got time. Put it on a piece of paper and put it somewhere where you know, and hopefully it'll manifest. At the moment, you're a little bit of a hermit. You're just hermiting. You don't want to let people know what you're up to. I guess that's because you may be a famous celebrity and you don't really necessarily want to go out there and display this new interest of yours, because then people get involved and you're trying to get to know them before you take them out on a date that's in society if you're famous. It must be really difficult to date when you're famous. So this person may have a very strong placement in Virgo, and you may be been displaying hermity type of attitudes lately. You don't go out anymore, you don't party anymore. You may have gone through a transformation. You may have quit a habit, a drug habit, an alcohol habit, and now you're very quiet. And because you're quiet, you've surrounded yourself with people that are in community, i.e. community, spiritual community, or, religious communities. So you're no longer the person you used to be. So you no longer associate with the people you used to associate with. Therefore, you looked as a bookworm, as a hermit. In the past, you had an awakening. You had a Pisces awakening, which is talking about changing the way you're looking at the situation. You were embracing your uniqueness and a temporary pause in action. Maybe you had to look at something upside down from what you were looking at it. In the past, you were the party person, the fun person. You were the princess of spring. You were the singer, the painter, the actor, the drawer. You're just lots of fun. You're the life of the party. You've got Sagittarian possibly in your chart. Do something that expands your horizons and let your creativity take flight. So maybe you needed to get out there and express how you felt because you were going through something as a child or as a minor, before you could actually express how you felt, and whether that's through song or music, dance, acting, singing, painting, whatever it is. But maybe your cup overfloweth, and sometimes you were a little bit complacent. You may have ADHD. You may tend to start several projects and get them rolling but not finish any of them. The problem is the focus. You need to find focus. That's an ADHD kid, full stop. My kids are ADHD, I've got ADHD. We do get unfocused, we do get motivated, but then we've got so much motivation we don't know where to stop and start a project. We end up taking on several projects at once. In your crowning card is the Princess of Summer. You may be interested in someone who is a water sign or got heavy water placements in their charts. They could be a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces moon. They may have several placements in water. I know I'm an Aquarian, I'm an air sign, but I have 3 or 4 placements in Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. They are kind, they're inexperienced, they're sensitive, they sense everything with their emotions. Their stomach growls when they're upset. They don't even know they're upset, but their stomach starts to growl. That's when they know they're in a situation they're not happy with or they're afraid of. They're reading a room, they're sensing the room. That's what they do because they're psychic mediums. They're naturally gifted. It's a new relationship coming in for you or an emotional experience. You may get invitations to social events. You've got this person who's a very compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. They may become a friend before they're a lover. Maybe they just want to be your friend. Maybe because you live in different countries, different parts of the world. Or maybe because they're quite immature in a lot of ways. They're chronologically a certain age, but they're mentally not that age. So they're a big kid. And so that makes it difficult to converse with them. They may have a stack of poetry beside their bed. They may write, journal, read romance novels. They are very emotional. Their emotions take over them. Fight or flight syndrome is huge. They sometimes go into a room and just want to run. It's because they're so sensitive to people. They're empaths. It's difficult for them to survive in a huge room of people. So you can imagine being that psychic, that sensitive. It must be very difficult. Then you've got the future card. This is your justice card. Well, that's to do with Libra. It's Libra season. Hear that? That's rain. We've got rain coming down. I don't know why. It said it was not going to rain today. Anywho, we've got justice, and that's time to review the details carefully. You'll win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. You may be going through a legal battle, a court case with an ex, or a court case and clearing your name. Or this person that you've met is going through a custody battle, trying to prove her innocence. Maybe she had a bad childhood and she's trying to prove that. Then you've got the Sagittarian card, the Chariot. She may have Sagittarian placement in her chart. She may be trying to steer between the left and the right, the negative and the positive. And so in doing that, she's torn between the negative and the positive. It's self-discipline, it's accomplishment, it's being in the spotlight. She may all of a sudden be in the spotlight because she's making friends with people like yourself who is in the spotlight and trying to get her message out there. Then we have Six of Spring. This is like, I call this the Ticketek Parade. So the Knights. When the Knights won in 1997, Newcastle was a small town, we had this huge Ticketek Parade. So everyone was in the spotlight, including Daniel Johns and Andrew Johns, who was in the final. And they won the Knights game. They came home in a bus and they played Bono's song, What a Beautiful Day. I do know this from first-hand experience because it was all over the Newcastle Herald. So this was their Ticketek Parade. So you're maybe having a Ticketek Parade in your honour. People are recognising you for what a brilliant, amazing influencer you are, because you do try to influence the teenagers, the angst in the teenage years. You may be that person who pulled yourself out of a very sad situation and you made smart choices that brought you this success and public recognition. You may be starting to get public recognition because you're on a platform now where you're being recognised and liked and shared by people that are also famous. Then you've got the Magician. This is a manifesting quality. You have the ability to manifest anything. You are the rock star gone awry, which if you're on stage and you're performing and you're a rapper or a singer, then you are a rock star. You're the last of them, and you can manifest whatever you want to be a success. It's just all about putting it out there. It's law of attraction. You are the Magician. You may have Aries in your chart strongly. This person you like may have Aries strongly in their chart. They create the magic. They may be starting to create their own platform and getting their own sideline hustle off the ground. Then you've got Unity. Now, Unity is about being involved with communities that are spiritual communities, like through TAFE, through university, through religious communities, through, how dare I say it, there's groups that promote singers and actors and movie stars. I can't think of the name of it, but it's a Church of God. It used to be in Newcastle. That's it. Hillsong. Hillsong promotes actors, singers and dancers that are up and coming that have been through some things. You may be part of that group that helps promote what you do. Then we've got, from the Fairy Oracle card, the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle, guidebook by Lucy Cavendish. We pulled out here This Little Boy Blue, Dreams Coming True and Return of the Soul. You may have come back into a realignment. You may have had a reawakening. You may be going back to your roots, to go back to what you used to do as a kid that makes you happy. And we've got Golden Gift. This is a sensing, a nature of sensing things before they happen. Magical help is on its way. You may be involved with someone who's got this ability, a psychic ability to sense things long before they happen. And so because they sense these things, they can inform you of what's going to happen with you. They can see things forward in time, in like 3 years in time. At least that's what I do. So I'll read Little Boy Blue, 26. Okay, dreams come true, return of the soul. Lighten up and feel joy, for your hopes are going to be given form, feeling and spirit. New projects are coming into the world, the discovery of the gift, babies, children, innocence and laughter. Letting go of old approaches and ideas that no longer serve. Approaching life with the open heart of the child. This is a card representing someone who's at home with their sensitivity and their psychic abilities. This could be the person you're interested in. and who is able to help the world simply through being themselves, and who are at their core using their beautiful, natural, intuitive talents because they've got a sense just like a wolf or a tiger or a cat or a dog or a deer. A deer is also being known to be drawn into a building called the Tabernacle in Newcastle because a deer was known to have this sixth sense, which is why you've got the golden gift with the deer. It's 24. So 24 is a fairy healing is coming, lifting and dissolving depression, bringing sensual bliss, calming your frustration and any anger you may have felt towards others who have hurt you. Your emotions are stabilizing and running fresh. Maybe you're changing your diet, and pure again, stagnation is leaving, depression is leaving, and you are now receiving clear fairy communications about healing modalities which will work like breath work, yoga, getting your diet right, with your energy. Wear gold. Wear gold jewelry. This will amplify the message of this gentle healing card. Know that while the deer queen is gentle, her power is enormous and her touch is transformation itself. She may have healing abilities that she can do like Reiki, which I know I have this. I used to do it with my two boys. I used to be able to heal whatever was wrong with them. Shape-shifting, empathy with gentle forms of nature, feminine power, and a return of sexual feelings of sensuality. She may be very sensual. She may be all about touch therapies, massage, and being a beauty therapist as I am. I used to do touch therapy with my two boys that were special kids that had issues with sleep and calming themselves down because they had special needs. They were ADHD. Autism, and they were told they were never going to amount to anything. They are both now at university. One's just accomplished his Bachelor of Science. The other one's about to finish his Bachelor of Psychology. Don't believe the school system. There is other alternative measures that you can go through that doesn't involve drugs. Ritalin, I don't agree with. I never agreed with Ritalin. That's why I had fights with several schools. I had fights with several principals, and they both were trying to force the issue to get funding for their schools. I told them to go to hell, and my kids were perfectly fine with no additives